Hello. Welcome, gamers. Alright, let's just get straight to work. We know what's going on. We know the game. We know what's happening here. Unless you didn't watch me stream earlier, and then you don't know what's happening earlier. Anyway, it's turnip selling time. So somehow, some way, I've managed to get a third spike in a row, which is, it's happened many times before at this point, so it's not that crazy, but the timing of it is very nice, because I'm not going to have a chance to really buy turnips this weekend, which I guess is like similar to a February. Honestly, very funny, because the week of the 10th, I didn't buy, you know? So like last year, there was like a similar occasion where I did not buy around now, and I think there was another week in February. Anyway, I think there's two. I don't know. The problem is like I've been doing a pretty good job of tracking all my prices, except when I was in that really like a bad dry spell where I was not getting like any money. Before that point, like you could refer to as the turning point, where I got that like, I mean, even that like first spike I got in June was off of a 72 bell price, which is terrible, by the way. That's basically as bad as it gets. And I didn't write down how many I bought that week, which is a bit of a mistake, but yeah. So I missed the prices those weeks. It would be nice to know the prices, but I don't know if I can, like, I mean, I could go back and find it. It's just like, do I want to? Might be a good idea, because I do want to have all the stats to, like, put together at the end and be like, hey, this is how it went. Anyway, yeah, so, like, the end of last year was pretty crazy. I mean, we had, like, basically, we had, like, our luck turn around in, like, June, and then we had, like, a little bit of bad stuff, and then we started getting, like, more and more. And then, like, August, we had 2 spikes. September, we had 4 spikes. October, we had 2. November, we literally had a spike like 5 weeks in a row, which is like only, I guess, 4 weeks, because whatever, it was December. So yeah, that was like 4 weeks in November, and then December had like 4 as well. So we had like a lot of good luck towards the end of the year, and then this year started off with 3 bad weeks, and now we have had 3 good weeks. And I'm not talking just 3 good weeks, I'm talking like 3 spikes, but also with high purchased amounts. But yeah, anyway, so last 3 weeks, it's like 6.4, 8.4, 7.5. Huge, huge, huge numbers. If I was to add all of those numbers up, you'd have 22.3 mil. That's how much money I've spent the past 3 weeks. Multiply that by 7 for our profit. It's a lot. 150 something mil, basically, in 3 weeks. And it's like, that's already as good as my December was? My December was like... Was it my December? Or was it my... November? Now I'm mixed up. Oops, I went way too far. My apologies. My December was 103. Sorry, it's my November that was better. Oops. Yeah, my November was 152.6, but that was across 4 different spikes. I'm achieving that same number in 3 spikes here. That's the significance, you know? Anyway. Again, I've said it a bunch, but I'm not going to be able to buy turnips really this weekend. I might buy a couple inventories if I'm lucky. So yeah, like, it's not like I'm going to get a 4th week like this in a row where we have some insane price and I make 200 mil in like 4 weeks. Which is apparently possible. Apparently. It is very possible if you just put the time in. But like, possible and realistic over long periods of time are definitely 2 different things. But yeah, I'll get a break this weekend, and then I'll go ham. Yeah, it's like at this price, it says that I need 4 more weeks right now. So obviously after today, it will go down to 3 weeks at 7.5. I'm not sure what 5 mil will look like, because right now 5 mil is apparently 6 weeks away. So that could go down to 4 if I'm lucky, or it'll only go down to 5. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about these 3 weeks. The start of the year was rough, but like putting in all this extra time, setting my alarms, it's paid off in this sense, you know, like we made a lot of progress, and now it's like, yeah, I mean, if I basically replicated what I did these 3 weeks, I'd be done. Something, food for thought, you know, think about that. Because again, I'm gonna be done today. We're gonna do like a number. If I'm gonna have like, if I was at 752 mil, and I'm probably getting like 53 mil, let's say like I'm at 805 mil, and then we add the little bit of money, the 21, 22 mil that I have outside, then yeah, it's like I need somewhere in the 170, which is a little bit more than what I've made these past 3 weeks, obviously, but it's pretty close. So yeah, this could be like 3 really good spikes away, or we don't have good prices and like we gotta spend more and all that, right? So like maybe it's 4 away. But I mean, like, I think 4 is probably like, if it says 4 at 5 mil, then yeah, it's like 4 spikes away at most. as long as I just keep doing the 5 mil thing. And I'm pretty sure I can get away with 5 mil, unless the price is like abysmal, you know? If we're rocking up with like a 71 bell price on a Sunday, I don't know if I can do it. I mean, clearly I was able to do 5 mil with 84 and 86, like 40 inventories. But with 70, I don't know. That's just so much less. I just feel like it's not going to go very well. I might have to accept a lower price at that point. But maybe that's fine, you know? Because, like, it'll, like, maybe offset one of the weeks. Again, I'm not sure. I don't want to, like, talk too much about the numbers. I need to be closer. It needs to be, like, 2 or 3 weeks away. And at that point, then I can, like, start thinking, like, oh, if I buy this much this week, then if it pays off, then how are the other weeks gonna look, you know? Because you can't really count on the prices. I mean, like, I had 3 bad weeks where I had, like, not that great prices, you know? I had 99, 84, and 86. 99's almost, you know, adequate, but the 84 and 86, not that great. And then these 3 weeks, it's been 110, 127, and 109. Much better. Although, like, what I'm doing today, it's like I can still sell 6 at a time. It's not quite, like, so much that I can only sell 5 at a time. So I do spend slightly less, well, I spend a little bit less time selling at this point because, you know, it's like I can do 1 extra turnip. It's not that much. It saves like 15 to 20 minutes probably. But yeah, I've been here for another 12 minutes, so we're gonna be here for like 2 hours still. Don't you worry. Get comfy. I might have enough, like, okay, I know I had a headache when I was streaming this earlier, but I've taken Tylenol. I am feeling a bit better. So hopefully I'm good for the rest of the day, and if so, that means I can get a little bit of Katamari in. I am, like, slightly obsessed with Katamari right now. I am fixated on it, one could say. I don't know what the best word is. I've been talking about this lately, kinda. No, I don't know how lately, but I've talked about it a little bit. But, like, I haven't really played a real game. Now, I use real in quotes because, like, you know, what is a real game? Obviously not a mobile game. That's right. I'm making that dig just for fun. Says the guy who's playing Pocket Camp. But Pocket Camp is like just offshoot Animal Crossing. So like that's anyway, mobile gamers, I guess, are real gamers unless they exclusively play Angry Birds or I don't know, Subway Surfers, I suppose. Let's just like just throw shots at both those. Honestly, I hate Angry Birds, and I don't know why I'm getting onto this little rant, but I want to do it. I played Crush the Castle on Congregate when it came out, and then, I don't know, a year or two later or something, Angry Birds sweeps the world by storm. Everyone's like, oh my god, Angry Birds on my phone. I'm like, this is just a worse version of Crush the Castle. I played this years ago. Why is this is like literally, I try not to be like the, oh, I liked it before it was cool guy. Unfortunately, I am. And like a lot of my problems with like trends in gaming probably stem from how I feel like about this, because like I played so much Warcraft 3 as a kid growing up. I played so much, and I played like all the custom games, and I played so many custom games. I played Among Us 20 years before it was in Warcraft 3. I played Sheep Tag. I don't really know what you can compare to Sheep Tag, but there's gonna be something eventually. I'm gonna be like, dude, I played this like 30 years ago. 25 years? I don't know how many years ago it'll be at that point, so I'm just throwing numbers. But, yes, point I'm trying to make here is that a lot of games, if I've already played it, like, years before some, like, new popular version comes out, like, that annoys me. That's why I'm also not big on a lot of TDs, because I played a lot of TDs on Congregate, but I also played a lot before in Warcraft 3, so it's like, tower defense is just, like, just overdone, and on a lot they aren't inventive enough. There are some that are inventive that I like, respect, and I like, and it's like, oh, you're doing something different, good on you. But so many of them are just like cookie cutter, like basic, just like, hey, here's some towers and an upgrade system. Absolute garbage. Gemcraft, absolute cinema. You know, I was a Gemcraft hater for the longest time, but I came around. I'm like, you know what? Gemcraft's actually a really good TD. It's up there. It's one of the good ones. It's on Steam. That's how you know it's good. Just the system and like the achievements and like the replayability and the like that upgrade progression. So it's interesting. It takes forever, but it is cool. Anyway, yes, I'm just ranting about random things now apparently. But anyway, I haven't played like a real, and again I'm saying real, and I'm putting that in quotes, game in a long time. It's like I played Metroid Prime 4 when it came out, and I played that for like a week, and then I finished it. It like only took me 20 hours. It was pretty quick. It took me a little bit longer than Dread. I feel like Dread was like under 15 hours, probably like 12 hours. And I could do like a hard mode playthrough, and I'm considering that in the future at some point, because you have to like unlock it in this one at least. So it's like, oh, I beat it, I unlocked it, I could go and do that again later, you know? That might be a good idea, but... So I played that, and that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that, but like, again, that was like 2 months ago. And then like, I was doing a lot of RuneScape before then, because of sailing. And I go, RuneScape is a real game, but it's like, it doesn't evoke the same feelings. It's like something has been with me for like 20 years, you know? More than 20 years, actually, but that's not the point. It's not like I started my account in like 2004. I started my account in 2004. I started playing again basically right before my 20-year anniversary of starting. Although the account I'm playing on is the same account that I had, but I'm playing old school. The 20-year one is my current would be currently RS3, which I've not touched in quite some time. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't played like there was that. Like the end of the year was just weird because like I did a bunch of sailing, and then I did Metroid, and then I did a bunch of other random stuff, and then I like did a bunch of like cleanup, which is what I did the last year. And then I did like Dave the Diver before then, which was like that felt like a real game, you know. I was playing that for like 2 weeks. I did not mean to hit the catalog option. My bad. And like Silksong happened, and Donkey Kong Bonanza happened, and I played Legends Arceus. So like there was a period of time from like, because Bonanza came out, and then I was like, dude, how am I supposed to play anything after that? That was absolute cinema. Like I don't even. It was great. Okay, I was so blown away by how that game ended and everything that I was like, I just need a break from like games. And then I was also doing my retro game collecting arc. That's when I like was just starting up, so I went crazy on that. And then I got back into games. It's like I played Silksong, I did Legends Arceus, Dave the Diver, Metroid Prime 4, there's some other things I did. Nothing on my PlayStation. I played Ishin, right? Like a Dragon Ishin in like May. That was like the last thing I got trophies on, single player wise. So like that was kind of crazy to see. Okay, I don't think I have more here, so is this like the right number? I have no clue. If I had 4 inventories here, that would be 60. So it should be even, so I don't think I had 4 inventories there. But I do know that I have 3 here, so like that like kind of looks right, maybe. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't played much, because like, yeah, December was just weird. Oh, sorry, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, I'm back. Okay, so I guess I've cleared out A5, and I've cleared out A3. So train station and store acres, done. And I moved all the stuff from like D2, or E2 rather, no, E2, no, yeah, E2, and then D3, and then E4, so like museum, the bridge acre, E2, yeah, it's like I've moved everything, so like at this point, it's really just C5 and D5, I think, that have turnips. So I guess I should start moving some, probably. I still have, well, actually, yeah, there's also still the stuff in B5, but it's a lot less. So why don't I start by moving some stuff from here? Let's do this for now. Anyway, yeah, so, like, I played a lot, and then, like... I kind of, like, switched gears for a bit. It's like, anyway, yeah, I can't remember. Like, December was weird. I was, like, doing lots of random stuff. And clean up. And then, like, early January, I was doing, like, quick short games. And then I started this, like, puzzle movement game called Edge, where you play, like, a little cube. And I didn't enjoy playing that very much, sorry. So it, like, took me 2 weeks to, like, beat it. And again, that was like right when like New Horizons came out with the updates, so I was putting a lot of time into that as well, so I didn't have as much time to put into the other game. So like, you know, I did that, and then like I started another game, and then I was like doing cleanup for a week. Basically, I finished Edge, and then New Horizons like was calming down, so then I did a bunch of cleanup. I like finished all of the Borderlands 1 achievements. I played Borderlands 1 with friends on Steam last year, and I had previously like completed it and played it on the Xbox, the 360. I got all the achievements, all that, and then I was like so close. It was like, you know what if I just did it again? So of course, me, the crazy person that I am, decided to go and do all the Borderlands achievements again, although I had most of them. So that's done. So I uninstalled that, and I was like, nice, now I have more space on my computer. Perfect. And then I'm working on other stuff as well. So, like, that was, like, last week. And then Sunday, it's like I started Katamari. And now I'm like, oh, man, I want to play Katamari. You know? Like, I haven't felt that way, I guess. Maybe that's what I mean when it's a real game. Like, it's not a game where I'm, like, thinking about it all day. You know? I'm like, man, I can't wait to get home and play Katamari. Because, yeah, if I'm not feeling like that, maybe it just doesn't feel right. And I guess, like, I basically just played Metroid for a week. That's, like, all I did. There was no time for me to think, oh, man, I can't wait to get home and play Metroid, because I was busy at home playing Metroid. So, yeah, it's just one of those situations. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, Katamari, I'm like, I'm feeling that, which is good. Because I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to play more Katamari. But I haven't been able to get, like, a lot of time in. Like, yesterday, I stayed up, and it was, like, almost midnight. I was like, okay, I should turn the game off. I'm like, no, but just one more super clear, I swear. I was doing all the, like, as quick as possible. I did the 2 campfire levels, the small and medium campfire levels, and then I did, as quick as possible 1, and then I did 2, and then I did 3, and then I did 4. I'm trying to get, like, the easier ones out of the way. It's like, at this point, I think I've done most of the levels with super clears. I can't remember which one. I know the ones that I haven't done if I had the list in front of me, but, like, I don't... Oops, that's not what I wanted to pick up. But yeah, it's like it's not as simple, and like it's harder to track everything, right? I think that's actually like just enough for us to sell another inventory. But usually I would run to the store, or sorry, the bank, after doing something like this. Anyway. So yeah, I know, like, if I saw the levels, I could tell you which ones I still have to do. But it's like, I've done most of, like, the, like, non-standard ones, and then the regular levels have, like, the as quick as possible, then as large as possible, and I've done, like, all the as large. I've done a lot of the quicks now. But then there's still, like, some other ones that I need to do. And it's like, some of them, like, yeah, I've done some of the hard ones, supposedly. Like, I did the Cowgirl level. I did, like, the Firefly level is apparently hard. based on like a guide I looked at. It said it was a 9 out of 10 difficulty, but I did it without too much. But like that's the thing. Some levels are just gonna be harder for people than others. But I think there's some that are just like universally like, yeah, this is hard. Like the cowbird level, that one's crazy. So, yeah. I guess technically I could have dropped this one as well because I have like 99k, and that would have just left me with like 9 in my wallet, but I would have had to take like an extra bag out, so it's okay, it's not necessary right now. Anyway, so it's like, yeah, I really want to get some more done. I also have to get all the cousins still, and it's just like, you have to like replay the levels to get all of them, which is like annoying, because like the longest level has 4. So it's like you gotta do it like 4 times, and you're like, dog, come on. Don't do this to me. It's a bit of a pain, you know? So I still have to do like 2 more of those, and then that unlocks like another level, the cousins level, which apparently is hard. But anyway, yeah, there are some like tough like speed run ones. But I mean, like, I don't know, it's weird, because like it's always about going fast. It's like, oh, you only have X amount of time. It's the same thing, it's just like designed differently. Like you're supposed to just like blitz it, and you have like a minute, and if you don't do it in a minute, like restart. And like trying to do the first one was a real pain. I had to like try so many times, but then like I think 2 and 3 were a lot better than the first one. So I don't know, it's just one of those things, right? Okay, I know I like have all this money, but there's like no room to drop it here. Low key. Oh, and apparently I already dropped all the stuff there. Well, that's great. So I got no room for any of this. I just wasted all that time. That's okay, I'm gonna drop it over here. I know I have 3 in my letters, but that's fine. Is there a place where I need more? Like, where else did I take from? I feel like the amount I have is, like, normal. I guess I could just drop it here as just, like, backup. I don't know. This is not... I don't like this. I don't like that I'm doing that. So I'll have to fix that later. I'll just pick it up later when I can. I probably, like, at the end, I'll just pick that up. I guess I can, start pulling from here now. I like, ideally if I get all the money dropped, then I'm good. So again, I did like 7.5. So if I was to like add up all the acres, it's like these 2 is basically 4 mil. And then there's like a 900k at the museum, which is like 5. And then the one with the bridge, that's like another mil, so that's like 6. And then the other one's like adds to it, and then there's all the extra stuff that I took from the other one. So I guess it's really just the acres I dealt with, and then a little bit extra from that other one. Oops, I did not mean to drop that many. That was a mistake. My nose is also very itchy right now. I just want to throw that up there. It's really been bothering me. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, I know I've done some of the hard levels in Katamari. This is reroll. We love Katamari reroll, by the way. I don't know if I made that clear here. But then there's a couple other ones that are apparently bad. Like the underwater as quickly as possible is apparently really tough. I can believe that. The underwater level, doing the as large as possible, took me longer than I would have liked it to. So yeah, I can see that being the case. But yeah, I was, when I first started again, I said this already on a different stream, but like I was not like convinced on doing all the super clears, but then I got into it and I was like, oh wait, I gotta do all the super clears. At that point I was like, okay, wait a second. Something clicked. Someone cooked here. So now I'm like, yeah, I want to do it. And now I've done so many that it's like I need to. But like if I can just get it down to like the last few that like I really struggle with, then I can just, you know, bang them out and be done. Is that like Okay, that was actually the right amount. What am I up to? This is like, I don't know, I'm talking and I'm just doing things wrong. It's a disaster. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm enjoying it. I'm like playing this, I'm like, man, I should play the other ones. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm playing it on like PlayStation through the catalog. I do subscribe, so it's free in quotes. But yeah, I'm like this makes me think like, yeah, I should play Damacy and then maybe look at the other ones. I know like one just came out, and I can't remember if it's called Once Upon a Katamari or something different. But like, I'm like, okay, maybe this is a series that I should play more of. It's fun. So that's like a thing. Because I guess that's the other thing. I feel like lately I've like done like kind of themes for my years, and I've spoken about this on stream, but like there's like the year of the Souls games where I went through like a lot of them, and that kind of like bled across like 2 years, because like not only did I play most of them the first year, I also played Neo, and then I also played like Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 like the following year. So like yeah, the Souls years like kind of were like a 2-year thing. And then I played all the Yakuza games. And then like Kingdom Hearts kind of went like from like the second half of 1 year into the next year. So like I did Kingdom Hearts as well. But like I finished Kingdom Hearts like not quite a year ago, but almost a year ago now. And I haven't had like a big series that I've been trying to like work my way through since then. And I feel like that's part of what's been missing, because like the first half of last year, like I did a bunch, you know, and then Donkey Kong came out, and then I switched gears and I started just doing like random things and like cleaning up games that I own and yada yada yada. But I don't have like a series to work towards. But now it's like, wait a second, Katamari's kind of good, but I don't think there's that many Katamari games. But it could still be a thing where it's like, you know, let me get through the Katamari games this year. We'll have to see. Obviously, I'm not sure what's happening this year. I know Neo 3 came out, and I think people are saying generally good things about it. But I usually wait for DLC on Neo. But it's like, I'm looking forward to that, because I had a lot of fun with Neo. Neo's a great game. Oh my god, what am I up to? I'm not dropping the money. This is ridiculous. I'm not focused. I'm just yapping. Bro's just yapping. Last time I was like dead and I didn't feel like yapping because it was like hard to focus. Now I'm like just focusing on yapping and I'm not focused on what I need to do here, and I'm just wasting time. I have like more than enough time, so like I don't have to worry about running out of time selling, unless I like lost all ability to function, but like that's not gonna be the case. Sometimes some days are like that, but it's not today. Today I'm making big money. You got that right. That is for sure. Anyway, I just was on a big rant about games that I was playing lately and how Katamari is consuming my thoughts. And then I was like thinking what else I want to play this year, and I was like, maybe I should just work my way through the Katamari series this year. That could be a fun little goal, because I like to like kind of theme years, and like theming years after like series is like pretty easy to do. But you know, I'll have to look out for them on sale and all that, so we'll see if that ends up happening or not. But it's an idea. That's for sure. Okay, dude. So I've just been moving a lot of turnips at this point and dropping money. And it's this stage of the stream right now. It might be a good idea just to sell a bunch right now, but I'm not sure. I guess obviously like this acre is starting to get like full, so it would be a good idea to just start selling a bunch. So maybe I'll just do that for a bit. I think I've got most of the money outside now, so I don't think I have to worry too much. But I think I just like sell a little bit more and then we can be done with that. But yeah, we're like 36 minutes into this stream. We still got lots to do. I think I'm up like 25 mil in the bank, which would say I'm like halfway. And if I drop most of the money outside, then yeah, like that should be more than halfway actually. So yeah, let's just keep at it. I talked about turnips a bit, I talked about games. What else should I talk about? What do I need to do? I mean, yeah, I guess like after today, I'm not gonna be doing turnips really this weekend, so like the next few weeks are it's gonna be a nice little break from streaming so much, you know? Because like each day is not gonna be very long because there's not much going on most days at this point. Just have to look for Gulliver, you know, figure out who's visiting, and if it rains or snows in this case, then I look for gyroids. So we'll have like a week and a bit, I guess kind of like a week and a half where it's just like very chill and I don't have to like do much. Which will be a nice break. And then I'll go crazy on turnips again. Do I eat turnips in real life? Has the turnip trade changed how I look at real turnips? No. Yes. No. Sorry. I do eat turnips. Not like super often, but I do like them. The turnip trade has not jaded my views of turnips. But it is a funny question. It amuses me. You're half here, switching between sleep and awake-ish. That seems like a reasonable thing to do in the middle of the morning. I was talking about like upcoming games and like this year and like what's happening. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to play. I mean, I'm playing Katamari, and the whole thing is like my Switch is here and I'm using to stream my Switch 2 rather, and I don't want to play the games here, and I'd rather have the Switch 2 on my TV. So once I'm done New Horizons, I could play a Switch game, but I don't know which one's gonna take the right amount of time. And it's like Pokopia comes out, and I'm like low-key tempted to buy that. I'm high-key, low-key tempted to get that. It's out on March 5th, which is like 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away as of tomorrow. And like, I kind of like what I'm seeing. You know? Again, like my relationship with Pokemon, a little rough. A little rough at this point. You know, like I played the first 5 gens. And getting through Gen 5 was a slog. I know people like swear by Black and White. I think they're terrible games, I'm sorry. Or I was just fatigued. I don't know. Maybe they aren't as bad. It's just because I'd already played enough and they didn't do enough for me. I was like, dude, I'm out. Something about them, it was just a pain to get through. But like Mystery Dungeon, that was pretty cool. Can't go wrong with a little Mystery Dungeon. Anyway, what I was trying to say with that like the Pokemon spin-offs, I guess some of them are pretty cool. I think Pokemon Coliseum, pretty cool. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, pretty cool. Pokopia seems like it could be pretty. Looks like Dragon Quest Builders. I never played Dragon Quest Builders, but as soon as I saw that game, I was like, this is giving Dragon Quest Builders vibes. And a lot of other people said that online, which makes me think that I'm right. And I never played it, but I was like, man, if I was to play Dragon Quest, maybe that would be the move. And then I just never got around to it, so like, this could be the way. And like, I don't know, it seems interesting to me. And I didn't look into it too much, but I guess like there's more like gameplay or somebody played something, they played some part of it, and then maybe it was like an early review or early reviewer. I don't know. But somebody compared it to like the Viva Pinata games apparently. I did not read into it too much, but like the Viva Pinata games are pretty fun. I enjoyed those. And if it's like those, then I feel like that's a slam dunk for me. And I feel like I gotta buy it. But I also don't have to play it, like, right away. But I mean, like, it's not gonna, like, go on sale for a very long time. So, like, waiting a month to play it doesn't matter too much. It would just, like, kill the hype a bit. So I don't know. I am trying to figure out what I would play. Because, like, Katamari's gonna be done soon. But it's the 11th. So I have, like, 3 weeks-ish. If I somehow finish Katamari today or tomorrow, I'd have, like, 3 weeks. Like, this weekend's gonna be busy for me, so I'm not gonna have too much time there. So it's, like, not gonna be as much time. And it's, like, all the games that I have that I play on Switch are probably gonna take, like, more than that? Unless Kirby Air Riders is shorter. I don't really know how long Kirby Air Riders is. I know that if I was to, like, try and complete everything, it would take quite some time. But it's also a game I could come back to, maybe. I don't know. I'm bad at coming back to games at this point, you know? Like, I've had a couple games when I was growing up that I played, and then I, like, started another game, and I just never went back to it. I struggle with switching, so usually I just commit to one. Like, I can play multiple games with, like, friends and have those ongoing, and then I have, like, my stream games, and then I have my own, like, personal game, you know? That's kind of how it goes most of the time. So, like, if I was to play Pokopia on launch, I need to get something done between now and then. I just don't know if the time is there. It's like, Hyrule Warriors is going to take forever, and that's fine, but... And then Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap, I think that's also going to take a long time. Like, I don't know. Any other big releases? Well, like, usually I buy, like, 2 or 3 games on launch, or on release, whatever you want to say or word it, a year. That's usually how it goes. Last year, I feel like it might have been a little bit worse. I mean, I did buy Silk Song on launch, but that's, like, cheaper, so it doesn't really count. But I also think I bought, like, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and then I also bought Donkey Kong, and I switched to, and Metroid Prime 4. So, like, that was at least 3. I feel like there's a 4th. Or maybe it's 3.5 because of Silk Song. I don't know. There's something there, but I just don't remember. But usually it's, like, not that many. I guess, like, 2024 was Infinite Wealth and Stellar Blade, and don't want to say there was something else. Don't remember what. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what I would play after Katamari, because, like, I think I'll be done soon. Like, I think I have... I mean, you know what? Why don't I just open the wiki page and do some... Okay, I shouldn't do this right this second, because I need to use my brain. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 times 5 is 45. This was more than... I'm confused. Something seems wrong here, but it's fine. Okay, again, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I guess usually these ones are done. And now we have 11. So that's 55. And then that's like 61? So now that's... This is 55 plus 9, which is 54. Or 64, sorry. So, like, this acre's done. With money, at least. Turnips will still have to bring a lot of turnips. Okay. So now let's, like, just go back to, like, pick up and sell mode. Okay. Anyway, so I'm trying to think, like, what's coming up next. But let me do this thing. So it's like, if I just look at all the levels that have super clears, it's like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Water as fast as possible is 20, and then it's like 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There's 44 levels, I think. And, like, 2 of them don't count. Which means there's, like, 42 or 43. So it's like, I know I did this, I did that, I did that, I did that. Okay, so, like, that's 1. And then that's 2. So I know I need 2. And I think I need 3, and then 4, and then maybe 5. Oops. So, like, that's 5. And then, like, those are all good, and then this makes 6. And that's 7, and that's 8. 8 at just right large. And then cleanup is 9. And then cousins is 10. Okay, I think I have 10 more levels that I need to get super clears on. The credits don't have a super clear, so they don't really count. And the roses level is, from what I've read, just ridiculous. It's like you just have to, like, roll up 1,000,000 roses, basically, or 500,000 roses. But you can, like, just do it every day, and it's like you can just end at any time to, like, add to your count. So it's just a grind. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. There's no reason to, that's what I'm trying to say. There's no challenge, it just takes a long time. Anyway, so I guess I have 10 super clears left, and I got 6 done yesterday, so... And that wasn't a fairly short period of time. And, like, by the time I'm done this, I'm gonna take a shower after, and then I still have, like, a little bit of time, actually, to do a couple more, maybe? And if I have 10, then, like, I could, depending on which ones I do, I could maybe half that number. And if I was, like, not too tired tomorrow, I could probably get a couple more done. I guess, like, realistically, I could be done all of them tomorrow, is what I'm trying to say. And then come next week, Monday or whatever, I could, like, you know, start something new. But I guess I'm busy on Monday, too. I guess I'm kind of just busy. Yeah, like, this weekend and Monday. Everything's gonna be very busy for me. So I guess we'll just wait and see. Because usually I like to have an idea of what I want to start before I start it, so I can, like, think about it. And then maybe start it beforehand, so, like, I can get into it and know what to expect. Ah, I was gonna check right after that. Anyway, so yeah, if I could be done Katamari, like, by Friday... I guess, technically, I do have a little bit of time on Friday as well. I know I don't have to worry about turnips that day. So, I mean, like, maybe, just maybe, depending on how well I do, and how much time I can get in. Didn't drop them, oh man. I'm sorry, I'm a fool. Baka mitai. But yeah, so, like, maybe by Friday I could have Katamari done, and then it's like, okay, then I got, like, 2 weeks if I was to play Popopia. But again, I don't know if I'm gonna play that on launch. It's just, like, it's an idea. Like, it does intrigue me, and I haven't looked into it too much, but like maybe based on like what some other previews say, I might be like, yeah, that seems like a great idea. Yeah, anyway. So it's like tomorrow's gonna be a long day. And then Friday I got whatever. I got some time. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday is gonna be pretty busy. And then Tuesday will also be okay. I'm trying to segue into talking about the PlayStation state of the Sony PlayStation. What do they call it? The state of play tomorrow. They said like 60 plus minutes, which is like one of the longest ones ever, I think. I'm not gonna be able to watch live, but I might like come home and watch it. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm like, man, are they gonna show anything cool? And like, are we gonna get like a real Nintendo Direct this month, maybe, or is it gonna be next month? I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see like what they're gonna put out soon. I know people have been saying like, oh, the Switch 2 is no games, which is not true. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a great game, but people just disrespect my goat like that. And Metroid Prime 4 had like a hate campaign, basically. Very slanderous stuff out there. And honestly, it's no worse than Metroid Prime 3, and I don't think that was a bad game. It might not have done much new, but it was still a fun time. It was still a good game, personally. There's maybe some questionable choices, but I was able to enjoy it nonetheless. I think Kirby Air Riders is like kind of niche, kind of not, but like for the people that like it, it's pretty good, I think. I haven't played it yet. I do have it, and I do want to play it. I'm a big fan of Kirby Air Ride, but it was really fun to play with friends. And like now I'm gonna just like kind of like solo it, which is like still fun, but maybe not the same. But like, you know, unlocking stuff would be good to do. Anyway, so like, yeah, I'm trying to think, like, if I have like 2 weeks maybe, can I fit a different game in there? Do I want to play Pokopia? I'm kind of like waiting, because like there's no... Am I wrong? I feel like there's no big releases this year that I'm like waiting for. I think that's the case. Also, it's been like an hour. Almost. Am I almost done? Maybe. I mean, I've sold for nearly an hour earlier, so like this is nearly 2 hours, although I've made a lot of mistakes while I've been selling here. But we are getting there. Like, I think we're up 30 mil in the bank, so like we're over halfway there. I think all the money has almost been dropped, so like that's pretty good. We just have to like lock in and focus a bit better. Anyway, so yeah, like I'm curious, like, are they gonna show me anything in this direct that's like gonna be worth my time? Obviously they'll show me something that I'll be interested in, but it might not be something that I'm immediately interested in. Like, you know, like I said, I only buy so many big ones, so many like AAA or like whatever. Yeah, I guess AAA games on launch a year. I do limit myself. So, yeah, I'm just, like, I can't think of anything. Like, yeah, Code Vein 2 came out, and the reviews were not great, and I did play the first one, and, like, yeah, there were some issues with it, but I still had fun overall, and I did get it on a pretty big sale, I think. And then Neo 3 came out, but again, I wait for DLC on that. So, like, those are 2 games that came out recently that, whatever. Like, you know, those are, they're games I would consider playing. And when I say consider, I mean, like, that's more towards Code Vein 2, because apparently it's not that good. And, like, I would maybe get it later if they, like, changed it or was on sale or something. But Neo 3, I'm I'm definitely gonna play that at some point. There's like a lot of games that I mean to play, but I haven't bought, even though they've gone on like crazy big sales. Like the Jedi Survivor. I played the first one. I had fun playing that, so like I do want to play Survivor, and it goes on sale. So like that's the thing I should do. I don't know, there's a lot of time, and it's like I have trouble committing to like longer games now. I don't, but I do, you know? I guess there's just a lot of them, so I have to like be careful and picky and choosy. And it's a very like, oh, what am I in the mood for right now kind of deal. That's why like I have lots of games and I am trying to like get through my backlog, which isn't much of a backlog. I think that I'm a pretty responsible gamer. Like most of the games I own on Steam I have probably played. I do have like a short list, and there's just games that I've like bought for like really cheap that I haven't got to, and there's some that I just have no plans of doing. But there's a lot that I got like for free, or like I already owned it on a different system, but they gave it for free, so I'm like, sure, I'll get myself another way to play it. Why not? So anyway, what I'm trying to make is like, yeah, my backlog's not too crazy. Usually if I buy something, I do have like immediate plans to play it, although some do get like left behind. Or if it's like such a good deal, then it's like, sure. So yeah, I'm like I said, there was those games, but I was never kind of planning to buy those on launch. And I really don't want to talk about Kiwami 3. I'm not happy with where that is right now. They have like a lot of issues. They've made a lot of changes to it. There's like some suggestions of like future plans that they might have, and I'm like not really thrilled at what's being said at this point. So I don't know. So it's like, yeah, I've been buying all the Yakuza games since I got into the series. Like, I started playing the Yakuza games in 2023, and then I bought Infinite Wealth when it came out. And then I played Pirate Yakuza when it came out. I bought both those on launch. But now it's like, ugh, I don't... See, I wasn't really, like, big on Kiwami 3, because, like, it's always been a big meme, you know? Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for Kiwami 3. It's like, Yakuza 3's too bad. I played Yakuza 3, it still holds up, it's still fine. I don't think we needed it. And then, like, obviously there's some large problems that I have with the thing, you know? A certain actor in it, perhaps. It kind of goes against, like, some of the messages that they've been, like, saying in the games throughout the whole series or something. A little weird, a little bit of, dissonance there. So, that's one thing. But then, like, they've just made a lot of changes. They, like, cut the sub-stories, like, in half at least. And they removed, like, the training systems and revelations. I don't know, I feel like they made it extreme, which is what Kiwami means, by the way. But, like, I feel like they cut a lot of content, and I don't know how I feel about that. But they also added some stuff that I like, but I don't know, like, if that's, like, good or not. And then they also made some changes, and they changed, like, Rikia's, like, model, which I did not like. I'm not a fan of that. So, I don't know. They've made some changes. I don't know how to feel about it. These are not just opinions I'm regurgitating. I'm not really a long-time fan, but I am a fan nonetheless. And among certain friends or friend groups, you could still call me a super fan. People call me a super fan. I'm like, no, I'm not a super fan. I'm not up there and like, dude, you're a super fan. I'm like, no, dude, it's okay. I've only played like all the games in Platinum. No, it's... So like, yes, I've put a lot of time into the games. So I'm not happy with a couple of those decisions, but I have no plans to buy it. I guess it came out today. Didn't even remember what day it was. And then it's like, oh, I guess it's out now. So, we'll see how things go from here. Because we still have got no news about Yakuza 9. It's been like 2 years since 8 came out. And 8 had some problems. You know, I feel like 7, the story was really good in 7. I mean, I love Kiryu as a character. He is like my goat. I am like attached to that man in ways I did not think I could be attached to a character. You know, like Kiryu is just like, he's peak for me. So like his whole saga, great. Lots of good stuff throughout it. Some games, you know, didn't hit quite as hard overall. I'd say Kiwami 1 is pretty weak after 0. 0 is pretty peak, and then going from 0 to 1, you're like, oof. And then like it jumps around a little bit and gets kind of funny. And I still want to play like Yakuza 1 and 2. I do own them on the PS2 now, and I want to go back and like see how they hold up and the differences between them and their Kiwamis, because I know there are differences. And a lot of people say that like Kiwami 2 ruined 2, so. And now people can say that Kiwami 3 ruined 3, so it's like great. Apparently, the Kiwami games just ruin things. I don't know. Anyway. So like I love Kiryu. Kiryu's a great character. And then 7 came out, and like 7 was like, hey, you know how like JRPGs just like suck for the first 10 hours? Yeah, we're gonna do that. And you're also gonna not know this character, so it's gonna be like even harder to invest yourself. Also, like, they introduced mechanics so slowly in 7. It's like you're just running around with 2 people in your party not doing anything, and you're like, oh my god. And then you get a third, and you're like, oh wow, we have 3 people, and it's like still, like, you're just not doing much. And then they, like, introduce more stuff, and you're like, okay, wait a second, they're cooking here. But then there's, like, it's very jank, and it's a little weird. And, yeah, I feel like 7, like, the story's really good. I guess there's like 2 plot points that a lot of people like complain about, but like overall, really, really good story. But it takes a long time to like get started, which is I guess very JRPG-esque. And then like the combat just kind of sucks. I'm not saying that like turn-based combat's bad. Overall, it's not my preference, or it's not usually what I would go for. I do play some turn-based games, but like typically they need to be done right. Like Paper Mario, for example. I love Paper Mario. It's a great game. One of my favorites. But like, yeah, the combat was bad. But then you play 8 and you're like, oh my gosh, this feels so much better. Also, you can play as Kiryu. And you can switch your styles in battle. Like, oh, it's peak. But yeah, like 8's combat was so much better. I feel like everything in 8 is better than 7, except for the story. There's still good stuff in the story, and like, but like, there's good, but then there's also like, what are we doing here? So like, I guess that's kind of like most games, but in like 8, especially like coming right after 7, I guess maybe it shows more. Or it's because everything else is like so much better than 7. It's like the one thing that's notably worse. Or there's just like a couple things that really stand out and make it obvious. I don't know. Anyway, I'm curious what they'll do with 9. And when that's gonna happen. And I guess there's like Stranger Than Heaven, that could be cool. And there's like Gang of Dragon, which is just like Yakuza, but not. Thank you, Nagoshi. I don't know when that's coming out. But yeah, like, what I'm trying to say is like, I don't know what's going on with games right now. Is the Duskbloods coming out this year? Do I want to buy that on the Switch and play that? Maybe? I don't know. I didn't buy Night Rain. I got like, I like got a testing code for it, and I like played a game or 2 as a test. But it was honestly just exhausting to play like solo with no mic with people. Not that I'd want to communicate with them by mic, honestly, but just not playing. That's the kind of game that I want to play with friends. And maybe one day I'll get some friends and we'll... Okay, wait a second. I just cut myself off because I wanted to change that, but I was just like, yeah, maybe one day I'll have friends. I have friends, okay? I swear, I swear. But yes, one day I hope to convince some friends. I have one friend that's like keen to play it at some point. But maybe if it goes on sale, we could all play it together. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But I'm talking about Night Rain. I think I said that, but maybe it wasn't very clear. Let me throw it on my wish list. just so I can keep an eye on it. Because yeah, it's like I played Elden Ring, I played the DLC. Those were good. And then Night Rain came on. It's like this could be fun, but like I need a group. Because I would like be the hard carry, because like I'm better at those games and I played all of them compared to them. Also, I think I'm just better than them, but that's not the point. It's not the point. That could be fun. But like I guess yeah, is the Dustblood supposed to come out this year or is it like next year? I don't remember. And I don't know if I want to buy that or not. It might be one of those wait and see how it goes kind of things. But like apart from that, like FromSoft hasn't like announced anything else. Like the only thing they have announced right now is Duskbloods, right? So and I guess like they did more Elden Ring, they did more Night Rain stuff. Some group did, but I think that's like a separate team, right? Because they made like a DLC or they're working on one. So it's like, yeah, you know, like the studios that I'm looking forward to from games they don't have things out, right? Like there's no Yakuza 9 coming currently. It's like probably in the works, we don't know. I guess Stranger Than Heaven, but that's still not dated. And then yeah, what I just said. What the heck was I just talking about? I don't even remember. Oh, like FromSoft, nothing there. Nintendo, I mean like Pocopia's like coming, which I'm interested in. I guess if there's a new Mario, I would probably play that. If there's a new Pikmin, I'd play that. New Zelda, you know? There's like... I'm waiting to see, like, you know, we got Donkey Kong and that was huge for me, but like, what's gonna be a hard hitter from Nintendo this year? I think Donkey Kong did well, maybe, but I don't think it did as well as like Mario would, but like I feel like it was for me, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, like, are they gonna have a hard hitter this year? I would argue that Bonanza was probably the hard hitter last year, more so than Metroid Prime for sure, unless Mario Kart did better, but again, that's like a bundle game, so does that count? I guess, yeah, I bought Mario Kart technically last year, so that's like my fourth that I bought on launch. But yeah, like, are we gonna get a Mario game or a Zelda or like what? I know like Tears of the Kingdom came out, like... What year did it come out? It's 2024? That doesn't sound right. No, it was 2023. Because I know Pikmin came out one year and that came out. So did Pikmin come out in 2023 as well? They both came out in 2023? Okay, that's why I'm mixed up. I thought they were in different years. But no, they were mere months apart. So yeah, I feel like seeing a new Zelda seems a little far-fetched. Because Breath of the Wild came out in 2017 and then Tears is 6 years later. I feel like we're not seeing a Zelda this year. Unless it's like a different one. I mean, we did have Echoes not last year, 2 years ago. So like, could be something similar to that. Okay, this acre's like looking pretty good. There's still like a bit more. Maybe there's like one or two. Actually, maybe it's only one. Which is nice. That means it's like we're down to just like 2 acres then. More or less. Although technically the shop acre or whatever. Okay, so there's still one missing. And there's still a bunch down here. That is like 7, and that's 4, which is not a full inventory, so something is off. I'll have to deal with that. But yeah, so I'm kind of just like rambling and thinking about like games and like what I would be looking forward to and like what we have, what I haven't heard about. Because yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess like Sony hasn't put something out that I've been looking forward to for a while. Like I played Stellar Blade on launch and I thought that was a fun time. I enjoyed that. Big Nier vibes, which is good. So I just play another Nier game. I play like Automata. Well, I should probably play like Replicant or something. So that's kind of like on my list. I should probably like play Replicant at some point. It's going on sale and it's like 60% now. It's like, okay, maybe I should like actually get it. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm really looking for Nintendo's next direct, and then I'm also like the state of play I'm also interested in. Are we finally gonna see Bloodborne getting a remaster? I would buy that in a heartbeat, honestly. If they release, I've played Bloodborne. It was my first Souls game. Also my favorite. Isn't that a little coinky dink? What a coinky dink. If I had to rank the Souls games real quick, I would probably say Bloodborne's number 1. This is where things get controversial. Dark Souls 1 is probably number 2. And then I'm not counting Sekiro, by the way. Sekiro is different. It's not a Souls game. I would probably say... Ooh, I don't know. See, here's the problem. Elden Ring. Elden Ring's the problem. When I first played Elden Ring, the first playthrough is like magical. It has some really cool stuff. It's got some Breath of the Wild moments, and those are like hard to beat because those don't get evoked from the other games. But like replaying it, it doesn't hit the same way, and there's like, it's too, you know? So I would probably say it's like Bloodborne, DS1, and then it's like a toss-up. I guess maybe Elden Ring, and then Dark Souls 2, and then I'm gonna put Dark Souls 3, and then Demon Souls at the end. That's probably how I would rank them. Sekiro is like tied for first with Bloodborne if we're talking like just games overall, because Sekiro is a masterpiece. So is Bloodborne, TBH, peak game. And DS1 is just like insane. Map design, everything is so iconic. I love it. And DS2, honestly, I know people meme about it, but I kind of enjoy it. And I'd rather play DS2 than DS3. I don't like DS3 that much. There's like some good stuff in it, but it's like, I don't know. It is very derivative, obviously. It's very like nostalgia baity, but I don't really care about that part. For me, it's like I played Bloodborne, and then I played Sekiro. Actually, sorry, I played Bloodborne, then I played Neo, then I played Sekiro, and then I played Dark Souls 1, and then I played Dark Souls 2, then I played Elden Ring, and then I played Dark Souls 3. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to get to Dark Souls 3 before Elden Ring came out, so I played it after the fact. And I don't know if I would have felt differently about it if I had played it before Elden Ring, but like, the boss difficulty jumps up a lot in like Dark Souls 3 compared to like 2 or whatever. And then Elden Ring does that even more. And like I'd done that in Elden Ring, so when I played like DS3, I was like, eh. And I played Demon Souls like after all that, because I got my PS5 and then I played it there. And honestly, it just doesn't hold up. Like even farming for all the like the items in Dark Souls 3, I still got through it in such a short amount of time. The only thing that like took me a long time was like the DLC, I guess. I did not like the DLC, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the Ring City. I don't like the Ring City. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I actually hate the Ring City. Dark Souls 1 DLC, it's okay. It is okay. You can fight Artorias, that's pretty cool. And then Dark Souls 2 DLC, yeah, that's a mixed bag. There's some good, there's some bad. A lot of bad. There's also a lot of good. And then yeah, I don't know. Ring City's bad. Fighting Gale, good. Everything else bad. I don't like the demons. Demons of Hatred or whatever. I don't like those two. Demon Prince. I'm not a fan. Don't like that boss. Anyway, how did I get here? I just decided to rank them for no reason. Man does anything but be left alone with his thoughts while he sells turnips for hours. Alright, that looks like we're up 40 mil. Which is a good number, because we should be up like 50 something. So that tells me we are getting closer. It's been an hour and 20 in this stream. Again, I was hoping to maybe split this up in 3 streams, but it didn't work out that way. But at least I don't have to stream New Horizons. I already did that, so... That's good, you know? Don't have to worry about it as much. But yeah, I'm just curious. Like, is Sony gonna put something out there that I'm really gonna jump at? Are they gonna put a game? Are they gonna show a game tomorrow that like I'm like, yeah, add that to my list of things I want to play this year or buy this year? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, like if we got Bloodborne on PC or a PS5 remaster, I would probably buy it on launch and play it again. Because I have been meaning to go back and play it. I do want to like try more of the weapons out. I really like the weapons in Bloodborne. The trick weapon system is just sick. I love it. It's so cool. It's peak. It's everything I want. Usually I like stick with one weapon. I was like, nah, I've already learned the intricacies of this weapon and its attack time and dodge time. I will not switch weapons. I've also poured upgrade materials into it. So that's why it's like I want to play like Bloodborne again and like try out different weapons. Cause yeah, usually I just like stick to one thing. I'm kind of like a curved sword dex kind of guy. That's typically how I play. And then that ended up with me being a samurai in Elden Ring, which went very well because katanas are insane for bleed damage. Oops, didn't realize that. That's just how it was. I was like, this guy looks cool. Okay, he's OP, great. Obviously he's not, but bleed is kind of effective. And when I say kind of, I mean very, at least in certain cases. Anyway, I'm just curious. I can't remember the last time there was a state of play. I feel like it's been a while, and I feel like maybe like October or November. And I don't think I remember seeing too much significant there. But here it's like, okay, it's been a while. We could have some good news, maybe. I hope they show a new Ape Escape. That would be crazy. There's no way they're showing a new Ape Escape. I'm just saying that to be funny. I love Ape Escape though. It's one of those games, you know? It's weird, but I like it. And it's like, I don't know, I don't think it would do very well in this day and age. Or maybe it would, but maybe they just have to modernize it a bit. But I guess it's not a very modern game. But what even is a modern game? I don't know. Anything can sell at this point. I don't really know how many I have left. I guess it's just this acre, really. There's only a few here, so I guess I'm getting pretty close at this point. And the money does, like, line up with that, so... We'll just stick to it. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I could say. Again, I'm waiting for a Nintendo Direct. I want them to show more stuff. Pokopia, I am intrigued by. I'm curious to see more and hear more. But I can't think of anything else that they have announced right now that I'm like really considering buying on launch. But yeah, it's like I have no idea what they're doing with Animal Crossing. This update, I know like there was that interview that was recent, and it really seemed like, hey, we're just trying to promote games that are like out. So here's a game that hasn't been updated in years. So like I still don't know if they plan to do more updates for New Horizons or not. But if they're like updating it like that, you would think that we're not seeing a new Animal Crossing game this year. We could still maybe hear about it by the end of the year, but I feel like Nintendo is going to be very careful when it comes to like actually announcing it. Cause like last time they announced New Horizons like way before, right? And like it was delayed or something, and it was like a problem, and it didn't go very well. So I feel like they will release it very close to the date, which is not good for me because I'm trying to plan my streams. But I mean, it's not a problem yet. Like I said, I'm still gonna be like streaming this until November, unless I have everything except the market model and I just stop until November, which is a real possibility. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the state of play, and then I'm waiting for a direct to get announced so I can try to plan out what I'm gonna play this year. Because again, there's like no dates. I mean, Pokopia, I'm like really considering, but I'm still like undecided, I guess. So I'm just waiting to see what else they'll throw out there. I think there's like a Kirby Air Riders Valentine's Day thing. So I feel like I should like play the game to get that thing. I think there's might have been a Christmas thing, but whatever. I don't know. I feel like I want to try to unlock that. So I might consider that. Maybe that'd be like maybe that's why I'm like thinking maybe I should do that after Katamari. And then if I play Pokopia, great. If not, I can just work on that. And like I said, like I should be done Katamari soon. And then I should be done New Horizons soon. And then I can move my Switch 2 back to the TV and not have it at my desk. And I can play in style. Alright, when am I at? Nearly 45? Oh, other thing. I guess not that they really ever announce anything crazy, but there's usually a Pokemon Presents in February, isn't there? Now, I usually it's not nothing exciting. Usually it's a bit of a joke, and I like skim through it, and like nothing usually is good. They're like, hey guys, remember Pokemon Unite? You're still playing that, right? Buy our new Pokemon and skins. Did you want Snorlax to wear a hat? I don't know. They've seen some leaks apparently about Pokemon, so like that could be pretty huge for some people. But yeah, like, are we gonna see news about Pokemon? I don't know. Pokemon news wouldn't really excite me unless they had like more Pokopia details, or like they were doing another mystery dungeon, or if they were doing some new crazy spin-off, which is what they're doing with Pokopia basically. But I don't know. Like, I played Legends Arceus and I did have fun with that, but like from what I saw with Legends ZA, I wasn't like raring to go or anything, you know? I like that, like, with Legends Arceus, you were, like, you know, capturing them and, like, going around, and it's more exploratory. I feel like Legends ZA is more focused on battles, maybe? I don't know. Also, the region doesn't evoke anything good for me. Anyway. So, like, yeah, I don't know. We should have, like, a couple presentations, gaming-wise, this month. And maybe that'll help me plan out the rest of my year. If not, I do have some games that I play, but I just need to, like, figure out how I want to go about it. Because, again, the New Horizons update really threw me off. Right? Like, the 2 weeks leading up to it, I was like, ah, shoot, I don't know what to start, so I'm gonna just do, like, random stuff. And then it happened, and it was like, I was going so hard. And then I'm doing this, and it's, like, a lot all at once. and didn't leave me much time to play things. And then it like slowed down a bit. Now I'm like almost done. But again, I'm worried that they're gonna add more to it. But like, don't add more to it. Like, let me rest. I mean, here's the thing. It's like they added stuff, and it's basically all associated with the hotel. That's good, you know? It's not like they can say like, hey, by the way, you also have to do all this stuff. No. It's just like, go get your points at the hotel, and then you're done. It's like, okay, I can work with that. That's good. That's workable. That's not gonna like destroy me with RNG for months. But they might do that with another update, or they just won't update it, and then we'll get a new one. But again, who knows when that's gonna happen? It's like, I want to get this game done, and then take a break, and then I still don't know which one I would do next, and I would need to like find a way to record the game. So I don't know. Again, I feel like Wild World or City Folk make the best choice for what I would play next, but they're also the hardest to record. Getting there, but not quite. Okay, I'm looking just to like see things. So the State of Play tomorrow is not a PlayStation showcase, but it is very long. So it might not have like big first party stuff, but I mean, does Sony even do big first party stuff? I'm making a subtle dig, don't mind me. They made Astrobot and they've been sleeping since. Remaster Bloodborne, please. They brought every other PlayStation exclusive to Steam. Can you do it for Bloodborne? Thank you. Ooh, okay. I feel like I spent a lot of the stream yapping, so I'm kind of giving my my voice a break. Also, it's like I'm getting close to being done, so it's like, yeah, I can probably not. Oh, look at that! I didn't even realize for an 800 mil. I knew I would hit 800 mil today. I didn't know that we hit it though. But, like, isn't that fun? Like, we're so close now. I mean, we still have 200 mil to go. But I'm like 80% done. That's like huge. Except I'm more than 80% done. Because again, I have 21 to 22 mil that I have outside, which will get put away basically at the end. So, yeah, I'll have the full numbers at the end of the stream, obviously. It's like 10 to 9. I've been here for an hour and 47. I streamed for an hour earlier almost, but I didn't spend that whole hour doing turnips. So it is going to be like roughly 3 hours, which makes sense. But yeah, like I'd like to wrap up so I can try to get some other stuff done today. Like I said, I've been thinking about a lot of Katamari. Man, I wish I could hold the control stick and run in a straight line better. That would be nice. Okay, so I think like all the turnips down here are gone, and again, like this is 4, 6, 8. Like this is 2, 4. Okay, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. That's 55, 58, 61, 64. So that's good. But I need more in the acre below. Why does this, like, not seem right? I feel like there should be a lot more. Unless, like, those ones got dropped in the acre below, like usual, because that does happen and that messes things up. Oops. I accidentally pressed right on the stick, so it went to the wrong digit. Decimal place, even. Okay, I'm tired. Can I stop? No, I can't stop. I'm not done yet. I wish I could. It's only 2. I'm gonna make sure that I have enough money in the acre D5, but E2 is good, and the bridge acre is good, and the museum acre is good. And I'm pretty sure I didn't pull from anywhere else, apart from C4. So I think like I'm good. So I just have to do those ones are all good, and then C5 is good. So I just need to do D5, and I feel like D5 is mostly done. So I think most of what I have on me right now will go in the bank. But yeah, we'll see about that. Because I just double checked that one, and that one's good. So this one, usually I drop 3 here, so let's just start with that. So that makes 15. And then this, right here, that is 15. So that's 30. And then this is another 15. So right there, we have 45 from here. Because again, like, if we look at that, that's 5, that's 10, that's 30, 45, 48, 51. Okay. 54. At 54, 57, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Okay. Apparently that's it. And then everything else should be done. So I guess this money is just like good to go. So I might as well pick this up. And then there's still like 2 more that I can grab from my house acre that I, well, there's 5 here, but I can grab 2. Dude. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could cut my town. And I just had no trees in the way and I could like see everything. I wouldn't accidentally run into trees. But I don't want to do that, so I didn't. Because then I'd have to fix it afterwards. I mean, I did like cut down a lot of trees, and I only had fruit trees, but I don't know, I like having a perfect town, even though it's entirely unnecessary. But at this point, if I made it this far and I haven't done anything about removing it, there's no point in doing it now. Okay, so again, I'm pretty sure I've dropped all the money I need to outside. So I have this to sell, and then there's these 2. And then I feel like there's 1 more inventory between D5 and C5 that needs to be moved. But I don't know if that's quite right. Money-wise, it doesn't seem right. If I take out my trusty calculator, and we put 7521000, that's how much money I spent supposedly. And I multiply that by 7, we have a profit of 52.6 mil. Okay. 52.6. And we had 752 mil in the bank. Which, and that's 752.5. And if I have 52.6 in profit, supposedly, right now I'm up 51 mil. Right? Because I'm at 803.5, which is 51 up. But that means I have like 1.5 mil that's not accounted for. I don't think there's turnips here. And there's like some here, but like maybe there's still 3 inventories to sell, or sorry, 3 trips. Because I know this is like 7 and there's 4, so that's 11, and then there's like at least 4 up there. So that is 1 full inventory. But that's only like 2 and a bit trips, which is not quite right. So I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure like my count is accurate. So I don't know. We'll just do a little bit of validation after this, and then okay, yeah. So I was right that it is just a combo, and like that's everything. But I thought there was like still there's still 2 here. Is that even right? Or should there be like, am I missing one? Okay, supposedly I could do more math. Okay, careful. I can do math in weird erratic patterns. So if I go here, I bought 46. Oops, I messed up. I bought 46 inventories supposedly. Yes, all the math. Exactly what you want to hear at this hour. If I bought 46 inventories, that is 690 bunches of turnips. That means I spoke to Joan 690 times on Sunday. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I spoke to her that many times, and I've sold 6 at a time, which is 115 on the nose, which means I'm missing a turnip. Thankfully, this number is divisible I like when my numbers are evenly divisible, so I then know that the inventories are good. That's why when I'm selling at a high price, and it's like I'm doing 5 turnips at a time, and I buy in inventories of 15, and I always buy in inventories of 15, regardless of the money. Because there's some acres where I could totally buy more than just a round number, and I could, like, you know, do a half inventory. But I don't want to do a half inventory because then it makes it harder for me to track things. Here I can say, oh, I know I only buy in round numbers, so it makes it easy for me to find things. Anyway, here it's like, okay, I know I have 115, and I know that I have an inventory of 5 right there, which means that there's one bunch of turnips that's just chilling somewhere. And I had a similar situation to that last week, but I knew, I had a feeling which acre it is in, and now I'm not sure which acre it's in, so that's a little bit of an oopsie. But yeah, that's 515 trips to the store today. Phyllis time. Yeah, we in the Phyllis hours here. Could be this one. I mean, like, I don't think I dropped as far over this time. And, like, I'm not seeing anything here, so I don't think it's here. I would have, yeah, I don't think it's there. And I'm pretty confident it's not here unless somehow I lost one in these bushes. The problem is, like, I'm trying to spam B to pick things up in case there's, like, something hidden. But that's why I'm, like, doing this half sprint, because I'm just, like, you know, spamming the sprint button. The weird thing playing New Horizons after playing this and, like, playing them both together is that, like, I can't just use, like, a million buttons to sprint. Because in this game, you can use... Okay, there it is. Great. Well, there you go. That did not take long. This game, you can use L, R, or B to sprint. And L and R have no other function. B, of course, is the pick-up button. So when I'm playing this game, I usually am just running around with one hand, essentially. Right? Like, I hold L with my left index finger so I can run, and then I can use my left thumb to move the stick. And then if I'm buying turnips, usually it's like I'm using the C stick to menu and then just mashing A, holding B and mashing A. Yeah, the picking up button changing messed with me too. It's a little weird. I mean, it makes sense, but, like, playing them back to back, I'm like, what the heck is this? Okay, so I do have those few bags of money, so I'm gonna pick those up. Okay, so 805.1, which is, that is right. Based off of the amount I put in, that sounds right. So I'm going to grab these, and then I'm going to just do a quick little double check to make sure that I haven't missed anything. We're just over 2 hours here. So it's about 3 hours overall, almost. Not quite, but basically. And then, yeah, I guess I could double check the money, make sure that it's right. But based on the amount of money that I made today, and that I should make today, and that I have in the bank right now, I'm pretty confident that we're good here. But yeah, we bought here, and we have 21 here, which is good. No other things there. Didn't take anything from there. Again, this acre we bought from, but I don't see anything. And we have our 35 bags here. There's nothing else like down here. We didn't touch this acre, obviously. The museum, this is good. That's our 30 bags. I guess the police station could potentially be off, but... So there's nothing there, but if we look at this, that's a block of 20, and that's 23. Yeah, so that's fine. And then there's nothing in... I've already checked this, I think, today. But yeah, there's nothing here. And then Red's going to be here tomorrow, and Gulliver wasn't here. So we're still looking for Gulliver. And then when I show up tomorrow, I will deal with Red. So I guess maybe I'll do the New Horizons first, maybe? Depends on when I get home, I guess. And then, yeah, this one's good, and, like, the money's good. Right? Like, if we do it this way, we can get, like, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wow, that's 40. And that's 46. That's 49. And then 15. Great. That's 64. And then there's no turnips here. And there's no turnips up here. And then we just have to check up here. And again, nothing here. We didn't drop anything over here. Over here. We dropped the turnips here. Did not buy here, but we dropped here. Again, there's nothing. And then if we go over here, there's also nothing. So, I mean, it's just after 9 o'clock. I still have 55 minutes. So I was not worried about time here. And if I was worried, I could have done things differently. Again, I did, like, leave things until now. So that's all fine with me. Now I'm going to just deposit this last little bit of money. I'm going to need some of it, obviously, for Red tomorrow. I would guess that I would need probably 25k, but like 35 to be absolutely safe. So I go like that's a nice number. I like nice numbers. Let's go with that. 805 150 000 52.575. Which, if I open my calculator, is... Okay, it's gone. Never mind. It's very close to what it should be. So there you go. We've officially reached the 800 mil mark, which is very exciting. It's a big number. It's a nice number. It is all those things. I'm very happy about this. Again, it feels like I'm getting pretty close. So let me just save up. And then I'll take a few minutes just to talk about the money situation at this point. Okay, so we're saving. Good. All right. So yes, for this I had I was gonna say 500, 752.5 mil. I have 21.7 outside, so I needed 225 mil. Now I have 805.1 in the bank, and still have the same amount. Now I bought 7.5 mil, and at 7.5 mil, it would take me I'd have to do that 4 more times to basically be done, which would take me, you know, if I was to average it out, 8 weeks, and that'd be like mid-April. And like right now it's saying I'd need 6 weeks at 5 mil, which is what I try to spend at a minimum at this point in time. And that would take me to like mid-May. But if I take this number and I put it in the bank, that drops us down to 173 mil remaining, which again, if you look at my numbers, the past 3 weeks I've made... Sorry, let me just grab it. 154.2 mil in the past 3 weeks. From January 29th to February 11th. We're talking like 2 weeks overall on a calendar. I've made 154 mil, which is insane, honestly. November was my best month ever, and that was across like 4 weeks, and I had that same number. So to hit this number in that time, huge. Love it. Anyway, so if I take that number and I add it to my thing, it says I need 173.1 mil. So that takes our 5 mil weeks. It says I need 6. It still needs a... It goes from 6 to 5. But if I was to spend 5.5, that goes from 6 to 4. And that like shaves off 2 weeks at a time. So, I mean, like... Yeah, it's saying if I had like 3 weeks, I could be done in March. Which, I mean, realistically, yes. If I bought 7.5 mil or 8 mil again, it would be like 3 weeks. But I don't think I'm going to spend that each week. I need good prices and good timing and good RNG, you know, for all that to come together and work. I think looking, like, again, 5 mil is my base range, and that's saying like April. And again, my estimates are just based off of every other week. And you know, if I get a couple in a week in a row, and then like that changes, but then if I get a couple bad ones, it all subject to change. It's all just a, you know, a week projection. But yeah, if I look at 5, we still have like 5 more weeks. But if we look at something like 6.5, that's 4. So depending on how it goes, you know, I do think like, yeah, being done in the spring, definitely very realistic, unless like I just have bad luck for like months, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Right, I'm gonna knock on wood because I don't want that to happen. But I mean, if I had 3 big ones, I'd be done, which I don't think is gonna be the case. But you know, four is like maybe a number, but 5 at most, right? That's kind of what we're looking at right now. So very happy with how this has gone. Um, so yeah. Anyway, to summarize, today I got a new gyroid. We got our spike, 7.5 mil. Boom, like 52.5 mil in profit. We're over 800 mil in the bank now. Very happy about that. And the new gyroid is also really cool. So a very big day for me. I will not have a good day like this for a very long time, probably. And then this weekend, I'm not going to be doing turnips, or I'll just show up for turnips just to check the price so I can track it. But I probably won't have time to buy, or I'll only buy like a couple. I don't know yet. So yeah. And then New Horizons, I guess like we'll be done with that next week, hopefully. So lots going on. But the streams are going to be pretty chill. I guess like New Horizons, the one where I validate everything, might take a little bit longer, but there's not that much, so it shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the company. Save up all those Daisy Mays for not this weekend, but next weekend, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going. Anyway, I will see you around. Have a good rest of your day, or good day at this point, because it hasn't really started. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with New Horizons and this, but both should be pretty quick. And then yeah, this kind of that's gonna be just like it for the next few days. So yeah, anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Bye.